Oh no. He stopped. The truck stopped. Why did the truck stop? Ah! Hello. Welcome to the Motovlog. Today we will see how this Honda Rebel 500 can survive the streets of Metro Manila. Welcome back. Thank you for joining me in this journey that is EDSA gaming. The motovloggers here in the Philippines like to call any journey on the motorcycle gaming, whether it be highway gaming or the streets gaming, or what they call EDSA gaming. So I will try to do that with this vlog. I want you to share my experience and how it is, how I traverse this Epifanio de los Santos Avenue, or what we like to call here in the Philippines in Metro Manila. Whoa, EDSA, nice guy, but well, I can make a loud jeepney here. I have to make a sub video on how Filipino drivers, excuse the sound of that exhaust is louder than a Ninja H2. Alright, here we go. So I'm here at the portion of southbound going on EDSA, and this is Pass Monumento. So now I'm coming up to what they call the Roosevelt, or what we like to call Roosevelt intersection, and that's as I want to show you how our main streets are subdivided. As you can see on my left side here, this is what they call the bus lane, and there used to be, this only started during the maybe last year or late 2020, when public commuting was allowed during the pandemic or during the lockdown, and they developed certain streets here. So now EDSA used to be free of traffic lights from Makati to City, but because of this bus lane, they instituted the U-turn, or the traffic lights, because of the U-turns, and people needed to turn around because there is no left turn on EDSA except by flyover, which is I think only in Ortigas, but there's also technically an overpass in Shaw and in Cubao, but I don't think the left turn is allowed, or maybe it is. I don't really traverse that road. Alright, so here we come up to the traffic, changing lanes. This is a Sunday morning, just around 11 a.m. I chose to ride here and not my usual route, which is the Skyway or unelevated expressway. Number one, if I did that, it's just going to be boring. Which is actually my route every time I take that, because I can only travel 60 kilometers per hour. Although I don't think I'll reach 60 kilometers per hour here on EDSA, but nevertheless, wow, there we go. There are the barrels. That's why it's called EDSA gaming. So this is my route, and hope you can join me here. And so those who are interested in buying the Rebel or any motorcycle and wanting to go through and from on EDSA, this is a good measurement for you, a barometer or a test on well, I'm not a great driver. I'm not a bad driver, but I can survive. This Honda Rebel is 471 cc's. As you can see in the engine, I have a close-up of the video here, and it's got, on paper, 46 horsepower, but I've seen some videos that when they do a dynamo test, it goes only until 40. To be honest, I haven't driven any motorcycle in the last year, just this one, so I can only compare. I can't compare. So here on my left side is used to be one of the biggest mall in the Philippines. It's called SMCT North EDSA. So on top of, right there, as you can see on top, that is supposed to be the hub station, or the cross station, where the MRT, which is the one line that crosses this EDSA, and the MRT3 or there with one. I get confused with those numbers. Anyway, so we have several train lines here, elevated train lines, and this is the station where they supposedly meet. That's another video on how the politics happened in creating that. Oh, it's starting to rain. Oh boy. Let's see, we'll make this video until how it rains. Okay. Alright, so as you can see, there's 1.5 lanes, or at least one lane occupied by the buses, and we're left with basically 4 here on EDSA. There are no restrictions as to the size of the motorcycle that can traverse here on EDSA. Unlike the expressways or the highways, what we call, or are called highways, you need 400 cc and up. Some models get away with it, like the KTM 390. Our Land Transportation Agency, or LTO, allowed such and considered that as 400, even though it's 373 and the model says 390. But it acts and feels like a 400 and up. Most of the motorcycles here in the Philippines are scooters, and what I like to call underbone motorcycles of 150 or maybe 160 and below. I think majority will be the 125s or the 130s. I don't think anything's being sold here. There is one that's a 100cc, but that's mainly a classic looking one, or old design, that is mainly used for what they call tricycles. As you can see here, I'm actually going over 60 because the traffic is stayed loose or not very heavy. Here's a cop right there. Sometimes our police have better motorcycles. They have BMWs, sometimes Kawasaki Versys. Here. So of course you have to do overtake. So we're coming up to a long overpass, and this overpass traverses a couple of main intersections. And so many years ago, our government decided, hey, how do we alleviate traffic? Oh, let's build an overpass over main intersections so that the traffic keeps flowing. Well, that's what they did. So this is what we have right now. So this overpass is going to cross over 2 main intersections. Everybody's in a hurry. So there's a yellow lane on my left side. I dare not cross it unless I really want to be ticketed. So as I said, this is 471 cc's, about 40 or 47 horsepower, about 27 newtons of torque, I think. Don't get me wrong, so I haven't memorized yet this. And this is Honda Rebel 500 is a cruiser type, so it's got a low center. It's got a wide or a large angle fork. Plays very well, although stock wise I haven't changed the preload in this motorcycle. It's a bit stiff, and you can see here in some of the pictures My seat, I have modded it or added an accessory with a pad. Now, normally it's sold to, so when it's sold, they advise you to put air. But I thought I had a bright idea, a light bulb moment, to put water, and which I did. And I did a 6-hour ride last weekend, and after that ride, my butt said thank you. So here we are, coming up to a slowdown, if you will, and I have to credit my 30 plus years of near professional bicycling, not motorcycling. Back in the younger days, I used to be like Greg LeMond and Bernard Hinault and Laurent Fignon to do bicycling. And a couple of times I actually raced up Baguio. It's about 45-kilometer route that goes about 5,000 feet. Take note, I raced. I didn't say I won. I raced. Well, more importantly, I finished. So there. And so this is a main underpass or overpass, depending where you pass. This is Cubao. It's a main intersection wherein going left you go towards the east, or of course it's the east, and you have Pasig, Antipolo, the province of Rizal, and you go farther, the province of Quezon. To the right, if I stayed on the overpass, it will get towards Manila and maybe some parts of QC again, depending where you turn. Well, this is QC, and you reach maybe San Juan and Manila. This Honda Rebel on a slow speed, it's quite nimble. Although it's not on the lighter side of a 400cc. I know that some motorcycles are lighter at 400cc's. This is 471, and it's got larger tires, and I think a heavier body or frame. And so it's practically stop and go here. And so this is where the skill, if you, of course, there's on the skill level, I'm maybe higher than a novice, but nevertheless, you have to learn how to play or use the brake, both the rear and the front, and on the clutch. You notice I'm here on first gear, and of course there it goes through lane splitting. Lane splitting is technically against the law or against regulations here in the Philippines, in Metro Manila particularly, but because of the number of motorcycles and number of course one motorcycle is one driver, to catch them would be a administrative nightmare. Let's see if I can do it. Alright, so let's do some lane splitting. Now, as I said, over the last maybe 5 to 8 years, maybe a little more, the Filipino drivers or automotive drivers have been tolerable or tolerate what I just did, this lane splitting. And I think it's an accepted characteristic of motorcycling. Take note, it is a Sunday, so this is, I don't want to say normal for a Sunday, but it's unusually heavy for a Sunday morning. Well, I chose this day because it won't be as heavy as on a weekday. Lane splitting on EDSA. The life of our motorcyclist in Metro Manila. Will I fit there? Let's check it out. Slow down. So here is in EDSA, there's a double underpass. We passed by the Cubao, and this is what they call the Tuason underpass, and it's wet. That's what she said. Gotta be careful here. It's wet and there's a solid paint line. Oh no, he stopped. The truck stopped. Why did the truck stop? And it says flammable. Are you kidding? Oh boy. Oh boy. Of all days. Of all days. Seriously, buddy? You had to do that now. And then he moves. Which is actually a song. Ah! So I guess I have to stop my video here and show you that the rain has begun, and I'm not gonna make a very good video of it, but what you just saw a while ago was a main feature of the Honda Rebel on EDSA, or surviving the city streets of Metro Manila. So thank you again for the view. If you have any comments, please put it down, and if you have the time, please like this video and click that red button on the right hand corner of your screen that says subscribe. I truly appreciate it. And this is the Moto Dean saying, it's not what you know, it's what they don't know. Good day. That's just bad. This is ugly bad.